In this video, I will show you how to complete your onboarding process for a freemium package at Omeging. I'm not going to waste your time on introductions. We're just going to dive right into the process. If you open the link, it will prompt you to enter your company's information. So you will type your company's name, your first and last name, your email address, time zone, and your password. Confirm your password. As you see, your company has been successfully registered, so now you have to log in using your credentials. Enter your password, sign in. For security purposes, you can set up an additional email for your account. And we are at Omeging onboarding page. Let's set up a photograph of the account holder. Enter your email. Your first and last name, your licensing authority, and your bar number, if applicable. Here you enter your cell phone, day phone number, if it's different from your cell phone, fax number, and your Skype ID. I'm just going to check mark receive notification on my cell phone and save changes. Here you enter your personal address, and save changes. Your work hours. This is different from your office work hours. Here you define which days of the week you are available for a phone consultation, meetings, or court appearances. I'm just going to change Monday schedule. I'm changing it from 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And here you can check mark which services you're available for on Mondays. Calls, meetings, or court appearances. And here we update the availability and go next. Here we're gonna set up company's logo. You can put in your tax ID and website. You don't have to. Next, you enter your office phone number, secondary phone number if you have one, your fax number, and your Skype ID. Again, this is for your office information, not your personal Skype ID. If it's the same, you just copy the same information here. Here you enter your address and you click Save. You will be prompted to choose if you want to use the same information for your main office. You're just going to click Continue. And here you add additional information for your main office. You have to name it, because if you have multiple offices, there will be no confusion on your calendar. Here you choose time zone. An icon. I will change icon to an office building. And I'm just going to change to a green color. All information stays the same. And you're just going to click Add Office. Okay, you can see you have now a Broadway office. You can add additional office here. Let's say you want to add a Brooklyn office. And you enter the same information, address, phone number, color icon for your Brooklyn office. I'm not going to do it here. We're just going to skip this step and we're going to click Next. Okay, we are now at Team Management page. As you see, Laura Dawn, the main attorney for the office, is in the office team. You can edit her information, her email, her name, permission group. She's an attorney. The reason for this permission group is when you add more employees in the company, you can change their permission. For example, a secretary might not have access to client's personal information, and interpreter will not be able to access a client's file. Other than that, these fields are self-explanatory. Since Laura is the only attorney right now in the office, she has nobody that who supervises her. As you add additional team members, you can add attorneys who are in direct supervision of the employee. I'm just going to update and click Next. And we are in the practicing area. You're going to click on Immigration Law and fill in your fees. We have two types of representation: attorney's representation and application review. You don't have to use application review. You can change it to whatever types of representations that you also have in your practice. You can change title here. I'm just going to fill in flat fees. The reason we do it here is because this information will automatically be added to your retainer once you're ready to sign up a client, so that you don't have to fill in the fee every time you generate a retainer agreement. I'm just going to fill in some fees. Again, this is just an example. You can put in, your fees here. You can change it anytime. And you could see there are different types of cases. You just choose which case applies to you. I'm going to click Next. This is the file docs settings. As you can see, in Omeging, we have cloud storage for your files, and we also have an option to synchronize it with your Google Drive. How we differ from other companies, we have a system where your folders are automatically created in the client's file without a need to manually create a file. So we have a client's file, and you could see there's like a briefcase icon. I'm just going to change it to an orange color. So whenever you sign up a client, a folder is automatically created in the system, and it's synchronized with Google Drive. We have evidence folder. Whenever a client uploads a document, or if you scan and upload a document, you don't have to create an evidence file. It's automatically there. You just upload it in the system and it's going to be right there in the evidence folder. I'm just going to change it to a green color. Also, receipts, immigration receipts. In Omeging, you can enter and track immigration receipts, and you can upload the receipts and send notification to your client without an extra labor. I will just click automatically create receipts, and I'm going to change it to a gray folder. Same for events. Sometimes you send a document or receive a document pertaining to a client's consultation or perhaps immigration court appearance. These documents can be automatically stored in events folder. Same for tasks, shipping, and notes, and retainer. I'm just gonna save our settings and we're gonna click next. Okay, retainer agreement. Usually attorneys use one retainer agreement, maybe two, and the only information that changes from retainer to retainer is client's information, case description, and price. So we provide you with a general retainer agreement. Obviously, you can use your own. You just cut and paste your own retainer agreement, or you can add or modify the boilerplate retainer agreement that we provide for you. Please make sure, however, if you are going to use your own retainer agreement, you could see in this example we use double curly brackets. This is a code, and this information will automatically be filled in from the system. As you see, there's a date. Whenever you generate a retainer agreement, the date will automatically be added. Same for attorney's or firm's name, client's name, first and last name, case description, case title, and the fee that you will charge for a particular case. So if you're going to use your own retainer, please make sure to use this brackets and information in those brackets. You also can review the way your retainer looks and the way the client will receive it. You can obviously change font, and you can add additional provisions to your retainer agreement. I'm just going to click update, and here is your retainer agreement. Obviously, if you use different retainer agreement for different types of representations or for different types of cases, for example, if you want to add additional provision to your asylum retainer, for example, that if it's an affirmative asylum case, you want to specify that defensive asylum in the immigration court proceedings is not included in your services. You can obviously create a separate retainer for your asylum cases. You can add additional retainer under a different title, and it will be saved for other cases as well. I'm not gonna create one here. I'm just gonna use the one that we have. I'm gonna click update. Please note that once you generate and send a retainer agreement to your client, he or she will receive a notification either by email or text message. You can change the wording of the notification. We give you just an example and steps the client needs to take to e-sign the retainer, and also a confirmation email. Once your client signs the retainer agreement, he or she can review the signed version and keep it for his or her records. You can also modify the language, and to do so, you just click on notification template. We're going next. This is the shipping feature for Omeging portal. If you're not subscribed for a freemium account, you don't have access to our shipping feature. I'm just going to skip it for now. If, however, you want to sign up for a 30-day trial, you can do so here. All you need is to sign up for a 30-day free trial for our premium package. I will record a different video for that purposes. As I told you before, you can synchronize your calendar and documents with Google Calendar and Google Drive. To do so, you're going to have to go through certain steps to connect your Google Calendar and Google Drive to Omeging portal. I'm just going to enter the email, password. Okay, so we are in the process of going through Google certification. It's a long process, requires a lot of resources. For now, Google gives us access to its API without formal certification. You'll get this message, click Advanced, and click to go to Omeging. Then you're going to click Continue, and it will ask you what information you want to be shared with your Omeging account. I'm going to click Calendar, Tasks, and then I'm going to click Continue. Again, if you feel uncomfortable, I understand you don't have to use it, but it will save you so much time and efforts, because all your tasks, all your calendar will be synchronized. The same for Google Drive. You will have control and access over all your files. So as you see, both the Google Calendar and Google Drive is connected to your Omeging account, so everything is now synchronized with your Google account. We're going to click Next. Email account, same thing. It only included in the premium package, and I will record onboarding for the premium package later. Same for the phone. Payments, we partner with Stripe. You're going to have to go through Stripe onboarding and sign up for their services. And once you sign up for Stripe, they are ready to be used in Omeging application. They're pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to show you. Once you click Connect to Stripe, you are redirected to Stripe website, and you gonna have to go through all of the questions that Stripes gives you. Okay, once the onboarding is complete, you're going to be redirected to your portal. This is how it looks. This is your logo. This is your picture. By the way, if at any time you want to change or customize the settings, you can do so here. Account holder, company's information. You can add additional team member here. You can update your fees for cases, retainer, document settings, and etc. Let's sign up our first client. So to sign up a client, we're gonna go to create a client. You'll type client's email, language, first name, and client's phone number. You can generate a questionnaire to see if the client is eligible for a case. This time I'm just gonna show you how to sign up a client quickly. I'm gonna click add new case. Here you can add a number to your client's folder. If you're not gonna put a number here, it will automatically be number 1. For next client, it's going to be number 2, and it will be consecutively added. We're just going to add asylum case. Full representation. Remember, we added a fee of $9,000 for asylum case, and we added a customized retainer for asylum cases. Oftentimes, immigration clients request a flat fee to be split in parts. You can do so here, let's say in 3 parts. And as you see, the payment terms is automatically added to your retainer agreement. You can choose payment parts to be split by dates, or you can choose an event or a schedule that would trigger the second payment. For example, immigration interview and case progress, case ready to file. It should be the other way around, but you got the idea. I'm gonna click next, contract. Okay, so the client has been created. We can go to client's page. This is your application for asylum. This is the invoice. This is the payment part. And you can send the retainer to your client. And you can choose whichever way you want to send it to your client. You can choose method of notification for your client. And let's send a retainer agreement to your client. Click retainer. The templates, the one that we've saved in the settings, the link will expire in 7 days. You can enlarge the time period for 30 days. This is the retainer title. You can change it to retainer. And these are the injections that will go into your retainer agreement. Attorney's name, case title, case description, and client's name. Your client, once the client receives the retainer agreement, he or she will receive a notification code before she can sign it. So you can choose either by email or by text message that she will receive the code. You can auto-sign the retainer agreement now, or you can do it later once the client signs the agreement. We click send. Okay, so your client has received a retainer agreement. Just a quick overview. So in this tab case, you'll have all clients' forms. In the documents section, you see there is a folder created under the name of your client. She'll have asylum application, where there's a folder titled evidence, forms, and remember the green folder titled receipts. These are the folders that are being automatically created once the client is signed up. You also have a document checklist for asylum application. You can send a link for client to upload those documents. You have an invoice with the payment parts. You can send your client and you have a retainer agreement.